Home economics / cheese sensation. 2.1 STEM Works. Learning for life and work through home economics. Key Stage 3. Cheese sensation. Overview. Pupils explore diet and health issues as they take part in a scenario-based challenge. They also develop knowledge, understanding and skills in the areas of nutrition, health guidelines, labeling regulations, advertising and marketing, curriculum links, mapping to the statutory minimum requirements. These activities allow pupils to explore ways to achieve a healthy diet, healthy eating, and investigate consumer rights, responsibilities, and support available in a range of scenarios. Independent living. In the context of the following key elements: live a healthy lifestyle and make healthy choices. Personal health. Assess the role and influence of media within society, media awareness, and enhance career options through lifelong learning, employability. Health and safety warning. CCEA has assessed the health and safety risks associated with these activities. However, we strongly recommend that all teachers leading these activities carry out their own health and safety assessment, taking into account the ability of the students, the school's resources and its quality of equipment, etc. Cheese sensation. /Home economics 2.2. Contents. Overview 2.1. Curriculum links 2.1. Key questions 2.2. Prior learning 2.2. Learning intentions and success criteria 2.3. Skills and capabilities 2.3. Activity 1, Cheese Glorious Cheese 2.5. Activity 2, Eat Well 2.5. Activity 3, Good Food 2.6. Activity 4, The Law of Labels 2.6. Activity 5, Dairy Delights 2.6. Activity 6, Caught on Camera 2.6. Activity 7, Down to Business 2.7. Activity 8, Problem Solved 2.7. Resources 2.9. Useful Websites 2.28. Key questions. Is cheese a healthy food? Why or why not? In what way is cheese a versatile ingredient? What recipes include cheese? How many varieties of cheese can you name? How do you choose which type you will buy? What influences your purchase? Prior learning. Basic awareness of nutrients. Balance of good health / the Eat Well plate. Practical food preparation skills. Recipe modification. Home economics / cheese sensation. 2.3. Learning intentions success criteria. Pupils are learning about the importance of a healthy, balanced diet. That the Eat Well plate illustrates a healthy, balanced diet. That food labels are a useful source of information designed to protect consumers. How marketing and advertising can influence consumer choice, and practical skills in preparing healthy cheese snack alternatives. Pupils will be able to explain the importance of a balanced diet, be able to identify foods contained within the Eat Well plate, practice recipe modification to achieve healthier options, be aware of some of the information that must appear on food labels by law, design a new label for a cheese product to Promote its health benefits. Demonstrate practical skills using cheese as a main ingredient, and understand the influence advertising can have on consumer choice. Skills development. Thinking skills and personal capabilities. Cross-curricular skills. Being creative. Seek out and identify issues/problems to investigate. Pose thoughtful questions and probe for more information. Investigate alternatives. Play with possibilities and try alternatives, and be prepared to experiment and take risks. Using ICT. Pupils are provided with opportunities to research, select, edit and use assets from a range of digital sources, explore, investigate and solve problems in a digital environment, explore, process found or self-produced assets, including text, number, sound, still or moving images, and combine these to create, present, and communicate their work, showing an awareness of audience and purpose. Express. Assessment. Opportunities. Cross-curricular skills assessment tasks available. Communication, cheese sensation, talking and listening. Communication, cheese sensation, functional /transactional writing. Using ICT, cheese sensation, working with sound. Using ICT, cheese sensation, online collaboration. Using ICT, cheese sensation, working with images linked to art and design. 2.4. Home economics /cheese sensation. 2.5. Activity 1. Cheese. Glorious cheese. Share with the class the agri-food sector profile which is available in the sector profiles section of the STEM Futures folder and online at www.nicurriculum.org UK/STEM. Ask each group to discuss the sector and record the following. 1 thing they already knew about the sector. 2 things they have learned, and 1 thing that has surprised them about the sector. Present the scenario in Resource 1 to the class. In this, a cheese manufacturer is attempting to increase customers and profits by promoting cheese as a healthy snack alternative to high-sugar foods. Explain to your pupils that they will be working as the company's sales and marketing staff to help the company meet this objective. Discuss as a class what questions they need to consider before attempting to solve the problem. Responses should include: in what way is cheese healthy? What varieties of cheese are there? Who should eat cheese? Should young people eat cheese? What if cheese increases the fat content of a recipe? Why would people choose cheese as a snack? What kinds of cheese would they choose? Do food labels help /hinder consumer choice? How does advertising affect choice? Can we use this to get people to choose cheese? Next, use the following statements as part of a 4-corner debate activity. Cheese is not a healthy food. Organic cheese is better for you. Eating cheese in the evening will give you nightmares. It is okay to eat cheese that has gone moldy. A teacher briefing sheet relating to these statements is provided in Resource 2. Place the class into groups of 4 or 5 pupils. Give each group a cheese board and ask them to carry out a sensory evaluation. Also give them a copy of the evaluation template in Resource 3. On the cheese boards include a range of cheeses that have different tastes, textures, appearances and odors, for example, mozzarella, goat's cheese, blue cheese, halloumi, Edam. Note: do not include cheddar, as it will be used to introduce umami. Resource 3 also provides vocabulary to help your pupils with their evaluation. Copy and cut out the word cards, provide a set of cards for each group, and invite them to classify the words. Discuss each group's classifications. Then, invite the groups to reclassify the cards into the following categories: odor, taste, appearance, and texture. When they are finished, ask the spokesperson from each group to report their evaluation to the rest of the class. Finally, introduce your pupils to the term that describes a pleasant, savory taste, umami. A PowerPoint about umami is available on the Food Fact of Life website. You could use this to facilitate a discussion about umami in more detail. Offer cheddar cheese of different strengths, mild, medium and mature, and allow your pupils to experiment tasting an umami food. Encourage them to discuss their thoughts and ideas about umami. Activity 2. Eat well. Depending on your pupils' familiarity with it, either introduce or recap the Food Standard Agency's Eat Well plate by playing Eat Well Bingo. This is available to download on the Food Standards Agency website. Afterwards, draw their attention to the section on the plate where cheese is located, and as a class discuss the nutritional profile and health benefits of cheese. Resource 4 provides some fact cards about cheese that you may want to add to the discussion. Use the fact cards and conduct an each one teach one active methodology. Cheese sensation. /Home Economics 2.6. Activity 3. Good food. Organize the class into 5 groups and allocate each group one of the following categories: pregnant, lactose intolerant, toddler, osteoporosis, and obesity. Each group will need the card from Resource 5 that outlines the dietary requirements for their allocated group, and a restaurant menu. Use real menus from local restaurants that pupils will recognize. Alternatively, download menus from the internet. Let each group research more information on the dietary needs and suitable foods for their allocated group. Then, challenge them to choose an appropriate, healthy, 3-course meal from the menus provided. Finally, invite a spokesperson from each group to present their allocated category and their chosen menu, justifying their choices. Activity 4. The Law of Labels. Organize the class back into their groups and give each group packaging and labeling from 4 different types of cheese. Invite them to record the types of information included on the labels, such as weight, ingredients, etc. Encourage each group to agree 3 pieces of information they already knew existed on a label, 2 pieces of information that they didn't know existed on a label, and 1 piece of information that surprised them. Use feedback from each group to prompt a class discussion around the legal requirements for labeling. Use the teacher briefing sheet in Resource 6 to support the pupils' discussion. Activity 5. Dairy Delights. Provide each group with a composite dish recipe that contains cheese. Examples might include cheesecake, frittata, quiche, broccoli and cheddar soup, pizza, and macaroni and cheese. Recipes for these dishes appear in Resource 7. Next, give each group a copy of the blank eatable plate in Resource 8 and ask them to write on the resource to identify how balanced each of the dishes they received is. Then, ask each group to think about and record how they could change the recipe to be healthier. Resource the 9th of may be used as a template for their ideas. Give each group a variety of healthy cheese snack recipes, see Resource 10. Discuss and agree success criteria for healthy cheese snacks, then give them time to source their own healthy cheese snack ideas using the internet and a selection of printed recipes. You could provide some websites, such as www.iloveacheese.co.uk, but also encourage them to source some websites of their own. When each group has selected a healthy cheese snack recipe, allow them to share it with the class. You could conclude by allowing the class to vote on the most popular snack based on the agreed success criteria. Activity 6. Caught on camera. Present pupils with the newspaper article in Resource 11. As a class, summarize its facts and statistics about children's diets and food advertising. Then using the priority pyramid or diamond ranking active methodology, invite your pupils to identify and order the most significant points in the article. When they are finished, discuss each group's ideas, encouraging them to justify their decisions. Next, present each group with a selection of food magazines. Ask them to select one food advertisement that they feel is most appealing to consumers. Give them a copy of Resource 12 so they can discuss food photography techniques and describe how their selected adverts have used these techniques in their imagery. Groups should take it in turns to discuss and home economics /cheese sensation. 2.7. Explain why they feel their chosen advertisement is appealing. Then, explain that they will be advertising and labeling the healthy cheese snack that they chose in Activity 5, and that the techniques in Resource 12 will be used as success criteria. Next, allow time for your pupils to prepare their healthy cheese snack. When finished, allow them to photograph their snack based on the techniques discussed. Activity 7. Down to business. Note, it is possible to link this activity with the arts. Organize the class back into the groups of 4 or 5 pupils established in Activity 1, and label each group either A or B. Groups labeled A. Design a food label for the healthy cheese snack they prepared, taking account of the legal requirements for labeling. The label's imagery should include the photograph S from Activity 6. Groups labeled B. Using their photographs from Activity 6, ask the pupils to design an appealing food advertisement to appear in a magazine for the healthy cheese snack they prepared. Activity 8. Problem solved. Recap the scenario from Resource 1. Encourage your pupils to discuss the role of a marketing executive and then invite them to create a mind map of promotional Ideas for their cheese snack. The branches on the mind map might include events such as a cheese tasting session in school, an awareness-raising session in assembly, or using created adverts. Services such as a snack service at break time for a week, or using created adverts, and products such as recipe ideas to show different ways to eat, prepare and cook cheese snacks. A cheese information bingo game for a younger audience, or a TV advert, podcast or radio interview to share with the school community. As a class, agree one of the ideas generated and carry it out as an enterprise activity. Organize for one group to present their chosen marketing idea, preferably to a real and relevant audience. You could request a link with a relevant STEM ambassador through the STEMnet initiative, which is coordinated by W5. STEM ambassadors can act as role models and help to inspire and engage young people about the value of STEM in their daily lives. For further information, please contact Mary Carson at W5, Mary Carson at w5online.co.uk, or visit their website at www.w5online.co.uk/STEMnet. The pupils could make their pitch to their STEM ambassador via video conferencing using the Illuminate software available through C2K. For advice and support to get started, please contact the C2K service desk. You may want to watch an episode of Dragon's Den as a class to provide them with an example of how to conduct a pitch, or, if possible, work in collaboration with the English department to develop pupils' presentation pitches. Provide time for pupils to research STEM career opportunities. Resources are available within the Futures Skills and Employability /SEAG section of the STEM Works website at www.nicurriculum.org.uk/STEM. Home Economics /Cheese Sensation. 2.9. Resource 1. D. O. I. S. Y. C. O. W. C. R. E. O. M. E. R. Y. S. U. R. V. E. Y. Is. Cheese. A. Nutritional snack. No, yes. No. Yes. Which snacks do you prefer? Chocolate, late, cheese, ease, crisps. Scenario: you work in the sales and marketing team for a local cheese manufacturer. You have been carrying out extensive market research to ND ways of increasing customers, and thus Pritz. The main dings suggest that young people are not aware of the health benefits of cheese, and that cheese can be a healthier. Snack. Alternative. 2. High fat, high sugar snacks. Young people also conned that if the labeling highlighted health benefits, they would be more likely to choose cheese as a healthy alternative. Health benefits: calcium, vitamin B, protein. Cheese is good for you. Cheese sensation. Cheese sensation. /Home Economics 2.10. Resource 2. Four-corner debate. Teacher's briefing sheet. Cheese is not a healthy food. Cheese is a source of saturated fat, cholesterol and sodium. However, unlike many snack foods, cheese is a natural food that contains vitamins, minerals and nutrients that offer health benefits. For example, the calcium in cheese can contribute to building strong teeth and bones. If eaten with portion control in mind, cheese is a healthier alternative to other high-fat /high-sugar snacks. The nutritional profile of cheese includes calcium, protein, phosphorus and vitamins A, B12 and D. Organic cheese is better for you. Organic cheese is produced without the use of antibiotics, growth hormones, pesticides or artificial colorings and flavorings. However, the Food Standards Agency reports that organic food offers no added benefits over conventionally produced food. Eating cheese in the evening will give you nightmares. Currently there is no medical or scientific evidence to show that eating cheese in the evening will give you nightmares. It is okay to eat cheese that has gone moldy. Some cheeses are made by using molds, and these are perfectly safe to eat, for example Roquefort, Gorgonzola, Stilton, Camembert and Brie. Any other mold that appears on a soft cheese should not be eaten. Where mold appears on a hard cheese, it should be safe to eat providing the mold is removed by cutting an inch around and below the mold spot, remembering to keep the knife out of the mold. Home Economics /cheese sensation 2.11. Resource 3, 1 of 3. Sensory evaluation. Odor descriptives: earthy, nutty, acrid, peppery, mild, fragrant, aromatic, strong, musty. Taste descriptives: creamy, soft, vibrant, chewy, salty, sharp, sour, rich, well balanced. Cheese sensation /Home Economics 2.12. Resource 3, 2 of 3. Sensory evaluation. Appearance descriptives: milk white, ivory, smooth, lumpy, hard, soft, yellow, veiny, dull. Texture descriptives: crumbly, elastic, moist, rubbery, firm, velvety, spreadable, creamy, delicate. Home Economics /cheese sensation 2.13. Resource 3, 3 of 3. Evaluation template. Cheese 1. Odor, taste, appearance, texture. Cheese 2. Odor, taste, appearance, texture. Cheese 3. Odor, taste, appearance, Texture. Cheese 4. Odor. Taste. Appearance. Texture. Cheese sensation. /Home Economics 2.14. Resource 4, 1 of 4. Cheese facts cards. Cheese contains vitamin A, which boosts the immune system. Cheese contains vitamin B12, which maintains healthy red blood cells. Eating cheese after a meal can help protect against tooth decay. Cheese is a source of calcium, which can help prevent osteoporosis. Cheese keeps you energized throughout the day. Cheese makes a healthier choice for snacking, in place of high-fat, high-sugar alternatives. Cheese is a good source of vitamin D, which we need to absorb calcium. Protein found in cheese is required for growth and development. Home Economics /Cheese sensation. 2.15. Some soft cheeses may be harmful for pregnant women because of the risk of listeria. Cheddar cheese comes in different strengths: mild, medium and mature. There are many varieties of lower-fat cheese options, such as goat's cheese, mozzarella or reduced fat cheddar. Cheese is purchased by more than 98% of UK households. Cheese can be made from the milk of cows, goats, sheep, buffaloes and camels. Cheese is one of the most concentrated sources of key nutrients. The average fat content in cheese is 34%. The average person eats about 30 grams of cheese per day. Resource 4, 2 of 4. Cheese facts cards. Cheese sensation. /Home Economics 2.16. French, Italians, Greeks, and Germans eat almost twice as much cheese as us, mostly because they include it with breakfast. The mineral phosphorus is found in cheese, and it works with protein to grow, maintain and repair cells and body tissues. Cheese is one of the most significant sources of calcium, essential for healthy bones, muscle, tissue and teeth. Cheese is a complete natural food for flavor and texture. Cheese is best served at room temperature. Cheese has a high sodium salt content because it is part of the flavoring process. Blue cheeses have an edible mold added during production. The mold used for blue cheese production is usually a type of penicillium, which is non-harmful and actually restricts the growth of other bacteria. Resource 4, 3 of 4. Cheese facts cards. Home Economics /Cheese sensation. 2.17. There are over 700 named cheeses produced in the UK. Cheese is a versatile ingredient and can be used in all types of dishes, including starters, main courses and desserts. Grating cheese is a good method of making a small amount go further. Using strong cheeses in cooking means you get the flavor by using less cheese. Resource 4, 4 of 4. Cheese facts cards. Cheese sensation. /Home Economics 2.18. Resource 5, 1 of 2. Dietary requirement cards. Pregnant. Do include dairy products, folic acid and iron, fiber, fruit and vegetables, starchy foods, and protein. Avoid high-fat / high-sugar foods. Pate. Undercooked meats, raw or partially cooked eggs, raw shellfish, cheese made from unpasteurized milk, and soft cheeses, such as brie. Lactose intolerance. Do introduce small amounts of milk in the diet, ideally with a meal. Include probiotic yogurts. Include calcium-rich foods from non-dairy foods, such as salmon, sardines, rhubarb and spinach. Ensure these foods are eaten with vitamin D to aid absorption of calcium in non-dairy foods, such as eggs and liver. Reduce intake of processed meats, such as bacon and sausages, bread, pancakes, waffles, pastries and donuts, and salad dressings. Toddler. Do include protein, calcium, iron and vitamins A and D. Whole milk and full-fat dairy products. Fruit, vegetables and whole grain bread, and water. Avoid chips, crisps, cakes, buns and fried foods, and nuts. Home Economics / Cheese sensation. 2.19. Osteoporosis. Do include calcium-rich foods, vitamin D to absorb calcium, and protein, from meat, fish, eggs, pulses, nuts, and seeds. Avoid red meats, salt, sugar, and soft drinks. Obesity. Do include grilled or steamed food, water or fresh juice, whole grain bread, fruit and vegetables, and balanced variety. Avoid processed foods, fizzy drinks, high-fat / high-sugar foods, and fried food. Resource 5, 2 of 2. Dietary requirement cards. Cheese sensation. /Home Economics 2.20. Resource 6. Food labeling. Teacher's briefing sheet. Food labels are required by law to include the following: a list of ingredients, including food allergens, the amount of all named ingredients, a best before or use by date, any special storage requirements, the contact name and address of the manufacturer, the place of origin, for some foods, for example beef, the process used in manufacture, and instructions for use. The name of the food must also accurately describe the food and not be misleading. Home Economics / Cheese sensation. 2.21. Resource 7, 1 of 2. Composite dish recipes. Macaroni cheese. Ingredients: 125 g macaroni, 20 g butter, 20 g plain flour, 300 ml milk, 125 g grated cheddar, 25 g grated Parmesan or Gruyere, 1 teaspoon of mustard. Method: 1. Cook the macaroni according to packet instructions, drain and set aside. 2. Melt the butter over a medium heat in a large saucepan. Make a roux by stirring in the flour. 3. Remove from the heat and whisk in the milk, a little at a time. 4. Add the mustard and blend well. 5. Return to the heat and cook for 10 to 15 minutes, stirring all the time until the sauce is thick and smooth. 6. Remove the saucepan from the hob, stir the cheddar into the sauce until it has melted. 7. Mix the macaroni and the sauce together and transfer to an oven-proof dish. 8. Sprinkle over the Parmesan or Gruyere and place the dish in a hot oven, 180 C/350 F. 9. Cook until the cheese is browned. Strawberry cheesecake. Ingredients. Base: 100 g digestive biscuits, 30 g butter. Filling: 100 g strawberries, halved, 4 tablespoon mascarpone cheese, 1 teaspoon caster sugar, 1 vanilla pod, 100 milliliters double cream. Method: 1 lightly butter a 23 cm spring-form cake tin. 2. Crush the digestive biscuits and melt the butter and mix together in a bowl. 3. Press the digestive mix into the tin. 4. Cut the strawberries into halves and whip the cream. 5. Using a separate bowl, mix together the strawberries, mascarpone, sugar, seeds from the vanilla pod and whipped cream to a smooth consistency. 6. Spread the cheese/strawberry mixture on top of the base and level off. 7. Place in the fridge to set for up to 6 hours. 8. Remove from the tin and place on a serving plate. Decorate with a few whole strawberries. Cheese sensation. /Home Economics 2.22. Resource 7, 2 of 2. Naan bread margherita pizzas. Ingredients. Base: 4 small naan breads, 4 small tomatoes, diced, 140 g tin tomato puree, dash olive oil, 2 cloves garlic, crushed, salt and pepper, 400 g grated mozzarella cheese, freshly chopped basil. Method: preheat the oven to 200 C. 1. Line a baking tray with foil and place the naan breads on 2 tray. 2. Mix the tomato puree, tomatoes, basil, garlic, olive oil, salt and pepper together. 3. Spread the tomato mixture evenly onto each of the naan breads. 4. Sprinkle some grated mozzarella over the naan breads. 5. Place in the oven for 15 minutes until the mozzarella is melted bubbling. Broccoli and cheese soup. Ingredients. 1 head of broccoli, 150 g cheese, grated mature cheddar or crumbled blue cheese, 175 g potatoes, diced, 1 large onion, peeled and chopped, 750 milliliters boiling vegetable stock, 1 tablespoon olive oil. Method: 1. Sweat the onion in 1 tablespoon olive oil. 2. Add the stock and potato and cook for 10 minutes. 3. Add the broccoli and cook until tender, approximately 5 minutes. 4. Add half the cheese and pour into a blender or food processor. 5. Whiz for a few seconds until a smooth consistency. 6. Sprinkle the remaining cheese into the soup and serve. Home Economics /cheese sensation. 2.23. Resource 8. Eat Well Plate template. Use the Eat Well plate to help you get the balance right. It shows how much of what you eat should come from each food group. Source: adapted, published by the Food Standards Agency. Copyright symbol Crown Copyright 2007. FSA /1198/0907. Fruit and vegetables. Bread, rice, potatoes, pasta, and other starchy foods. Milk and dairy foods. Foods and drinks high in fat and / or sugar. Meat, fish, eggs, beans, and other non-dairy sources of protein. Cheese sensation. /Home Economics 2.24. Resource 9. Recipe modification template. Recipe. Ingredient change to. Reason for change. Home Economics /cheese sensation. 2.25. Resource 10. Healthy cheese snack recipes. Cheesy apples. 100 g low-fat cream cheese. 2 tablespoons sunflower seeds. 50 g chopped raisins. 4 eating apples. 1 remove the apple cores and halve the apples. 2 mix together the cream cheese, sunflower seeds and raisins. 3 spoon the cheese mixture into the hollow core of each apple half and serve. Pita pizzas. 1 wholemeal pita bread. 200 g chopped tinned tomatoes. 25 g grated mozzarella. Variety of toppings such as mushrooms, peppers, pineapple, onions etc. 1 cut the pita bread in half. 2 spread each half with the chopped tomatoes. 3 sprinkle grated mozzarella. 4 place choice of toppings on top. 5 heat under a moderate grill until cheese is melted. Seafood pate. 2 smoked mackerel, skinned and boned. Zest and juice of half a lemon. Tub of ricotta cheese. Grated nutmeg and pepper to taste. Cayenne pepper and lemon wedges to serve. 1 mix the ingredients in a food processor. 2 season with nutmeg and cayenne pepper. 3 cover and chill in the fridge for at least 2 hours. 4 sprinkle with cayenne pepper and serve with lemon wedges and crusty bread or with crackers. Quesadillas. 2 whole wheat tortillas. Grated mozzarella. Light olive oil spray. Variety of fillings such as sliced mushrooms, chopped peppers, chopped red onions, chopped spring onions, sliced jalapeno chili, chopped cooked chicken, diced tomatoes, or chopped black olives. 1 sprinkle the grated cheese over one of the tortillas. 2 spread choice of fillings evenly on top of the cheese. 3 place the other tortilla on top. 4 spray olive oil on a heated large frying pan. 5 place the quesadilla into the frying pan. 6 cook on a medium heat for 3 to 4 minutes. 7 carefully turn the quesadilla over and cook for a further 2 minutes or until crisp and golden. 8 remove from the pan and cut into quarters. 9 serve with salsa. Cheese sensation. /Home Economics 2.26. Resource 11. Newspaper article. It will come as no surprise to hear that unhealthy childhood eating habits persist into adult life and that these unhealthy diets increase the risk of health problems, such as heart disease, cancer and diabetes. In the UK, millions of pounds are spent on advertising. And many of these ads are aimed specifically at children. There are 3 times as many adverts for food during children's TV programs as there are during adult viewing times. Between 95% and 99% of the food advertised during this time has a high content of sugar, fat or salt. In contrast, there are almost no adverts for fruit and vegetables on children's TV. These are figures for UK advertising spend. £21 million spent on advertisements for the top 10 selling types of crisps and snacks. £47 million spent on advertisements for the top 10 selling types of confectionery. £71 million spent on advertisements for the top 10 selling types of soft drinks. Source: www.sustainweb.org.uk. Research shows that 92% of UK children are eating less than half of the recommended portions of fruit and vegetables, while eating more than 70% of the recommended intakes of saturated fat, sugar and salt. Home Economics Today. Snack attack. Shocking new statistics on the link between food advertising and children's health. With the number of overweight children increasing by 56% in the last 10 years, and the number of obese children more than doubled, it is time some suggest that the UK should follow Sweden's lead and ban all TV food advertisements aimed at children. A British medical journal editorial in February 2001 suggests that reducing the amount of time children spend watching TV reduces weight gain. It states that this is because, not only do children have more opportunities for activity, but they are also less likely to request advertised foods, often high in fat and sugar. Of course, companies will not voluntarily remove the TV ads, as fewer ads will mean fewer sales, which will mean less profit for them. While a recent poll claims that 85% of parents want stricter controls on advertising to children and 77% want stricter controls on the advertisement of unhealthy foods on children's TV, many do not act. The reasons they give for not complaining include not being aware that there is a reason to be concerned, not knowing who to complain to, not having the time or inclination to complain, and not believing that complaining will make any difference. If you have an opinion on the issues raised in this article, please email us at Home Economics Today with your views. Home Economics / Cheese Sensation. 2.27. Resource 12. Food photography techniques. Photograph the food as soon as it is prepared. Take a lot of photographs. Be inspired by images from magazines. Use a setting that is clutter-free and has appropriate background colors and props. Use natural light so a flash is unnecessary. Cut the food to show the detail of what is inside. Photograph the food from different angles. Cheese sensation. / Home Economics 2.28. Useful websites. These links were active at the time of publishing. CCEA accepts no responsibility or liability for any material supplied by or contained in any of the linked websites, and does not necessarily endorse the views expressed within them. We cannot guarantee that these links will work all of the time, and we have no control over availability of the linked pages. Prospects provides a range of job profiles, including that of a marketing executive and advertising photographer. www.prospects.ac.uk/p/types_of_job/marketing_job/description.jsp www.prospects.ac.uk/p/types_of_job/editorial_photographer_job_description.jsp. Eat Will Bingo Game. www.food.gov.uk/Northern Ireland/nutritiony/near young people/teachers/ubingo. Examples of food photography. www.foodportfolio.com. British Nutrition Foundation, Food a Fact of Life Sensory Evaluation Resources. www.foodafacthalflife.org.uk/sheet.aspx site ID =19 section ID =83 content ID =308. PowerPoint on food labeling. www.foodafacthalflife.org.uk/attachments/C714B8F-C85-4E2CD385.ppt. Ingredients and Food Science includes a section about umami. www.foodafacthalflife.org.uk/section.aspx site ID =19 section ID =83. Umami Information Center. www.umamiinfo.com. News article, Umami. www.telegraph.co.uk/food and drink/7215687/umami-I-tried-it-and-now-I-want-more-and-more.html